Good afternoon, guys. It's about 4 o'clock Pacific time, Thursday, December 7th. Hope everybody is well. All three indices strong and up today. NASDAQ starting with about 200, almost 200 points, 193 points, 1.37%. Very good move from the down candle that we had yesterday. So very strong move up, still within the channel, still trying to make sure that it consolidates before a move up. The S&P 500 was the next one, up almost about 36 points, 0.8%. Very strong move as well. Still consolidating. I still think this is just look at this. If you look at it on a 6-month basis, you'll get the 2-hour chart. And the 2-hour chart is just consolidating. This is nothing more than that. And then the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the key index, was up about 62 points, almost 0.2%. Again, just consolidating within the range. So this is the accumulation phase before the markup, hopefully. All right, one of the stocks that showed up on the radar was Blackbaud. This is the company that makes software as a service for not-for-profits to be able to raise money, funding, etc. Let's go through a 5-step process, really figure out quickly what they do, why they do it, why they showed up on the radar. On an annualized basis, Blackbaud has gone from about 730 million in revenue 2016, growing in single digits range, slowing down growth dramatically in 2020 and 2021, and now very strong growth backing in 2022 with almost double-digit growth. Seems to be slowing down again. So roughly about $1 billion in revenue, 50%, almost about 55% in gross profit. And it's actually losing money now compared to making money before. So this seems to be a bigger loss than for last year. Going to the quarterly, yes, so it was growing at about 17% in 2021. The growth seems to have been slowing even more down. So this is a very inconsistent company, I would say. Slowing growth, the dramatic slowdown, and then going back up again. So this is a up and down kind of a company. I'm not going to be necessarily very thrilled about giving it any more than a 1 or 2 in terms of just how consistent it's been, but it's showing up nicely on the radar. Let's see why that is. Again, 50% gross margin seems to be about negative in terms of net margin, but roughly about 3 to 5% net margin. Not a bad balance. Income statement overall, but inconsistent growth. Balance sheet, if you look at it annualized, they're doing about 2 billion or so in assets, which includes current assets of about 500 million and non-current assets. Oh, that's interesting. They have a ton in intangible net assets, and that most of it is goodwill, right? Yeah. They have 500 million. That's it, and about 800 million in debt. Yeah, this is not a very good balance sheet as well. So I'm surprised that they showed up on my screen. They're probably hitting a 52-week high to a large extent. Roughly about 4 times for single-digit growth, 4 times. I'm not very thrilled with this overall. Blackbaud will do well as a stock. So 50% gross margins, about negative 3% net margin, negative 4%, but they'll get back to this 2-3% net margin range, I think. On a scale of 1 to 10, the fundamentals actually are probably a 5. So position sizing, be very careful with your position sizing. Let's go to the long term first. We always start long term. This is the accumulation phase. This is the markup phase. This is distribution phase, and this is the markdown phase. So so where it is right now on the monthly chart seems to be a markup again. This is a higher high, higher low situation. Let's draw the first trend line. This is a beautiful trend line. Respecting the trend line, moving up on the long-term monthly chart, this is trending up. A little bit of a move down, but trending up again. Let's go to the weekly chart now. There seems to be some resistance in the weekly chart, definitely the 86 zone. So we know that the moment it comes around there, it's going to probably do a little bit of a move down again. So 84 to 86 seems like a move that is a very short move overall. This was on an annualized basis. So almost a year ago, more than a year ago, almost 2 years ago, was when it's getting to the point where the stock was about 2 years ago. So this is going to be a double top if it gets to 86. And the question is whether it moves down from there on the weekly or not. So a little bit of a risky move in terms of trying to go long on the stock on the weekly chart. So I'm not going to be too thrilled about that as well. Okay, so this is the reason why it's doing well. On the year so far, it's been going very, very nicely. And this kind of markup post earnings is very strong. So did a small move after earnings, but these set of moves were very, very strong. There's probably some news driving the market, which I will figure out very soon. But look at this. This was a very good flag. And then let's draw that. This was a very good flag. And then a high set of moves after that. So within the channel, this is another up channel, and this is another up channel. So this is probably forming a little bit of a flag here. I'll wait for it to consolidate. but the downtime support will probably be at this resistance, which is 78. Not a great risk reward yet. It's still going to go up to the 86 range, but at the 86 range, it might go down a little bit. So within the channel, it should probably get to the 86 range in a couple of days, few days, I would think. And then after that, should take a little bit of a break, but this is a strong move as well. Not very particularly thrilled with the stock. Good, yeah, actually, not good fundamentals. Technicals are okay on the weekly. If it gets to 86, it's probably going to be a double top, and we'll have to figure out whether it decides to head over that after that. So I'll probably wait on this stock. I'm not going to make a move right now. Good chart if you had bought it in the 62. So what made you think that you would buy it in the 62? What were the signals? Let's see, earnings-wise, the earnings seems to be the reason why it's heading up to the right. They didn't beat earnings by all that much, so I'm not even thrilled why someone is really excited about this. So they are 15%. Okay. Earnings surprise on the positive side. They were expecting a negative earnings or not a very strong earnings. And these guys actually estimated was 96 cents. They reported $1.12. So they're getting back to profitability. That's probably the story of the stock Blackbaud. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, comment, and let me know what you think about it, whether if you're holding the stock or if you're not. Doesn't matter. Just let me know what you think. Thank you.